Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ryan, and today we're discussing something a little bit different. It is NFL stuff because NFL is coming on Thursday with the Hall of Fame game with the Browns versus Jets. I felt like I should go back and let's talk about some fantasy football because I did two videos before about running backs, ranking my top 20 running backs, and that didn't do half bad. But let's talk about quarterbacks today. And I'm going to do my top 10 quarterbacks heading into the fantasy football year that I think are the top 10 best quarterbacks in fantasy football right now. And can be highly debatable because I'm not going to put them together the top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL. Some of them will be on this list, some of them might not. I'll be putting the best ones for fantasy production, in my opinion. So I'm going to start off with saying one thing. I am wearing a Patriots hoodie. I'm a Patriots fan. And if you don't like that, then, well, that's sad. But I'm not going to be biased. I'm going to put players that we face that I don't like, that I do like. I'm going to put players on for their production purposes. Like, I'm not going to have Mac Jones on this list, but I'm a Patriots fan. I'll keep this unbiased as I can. So let's start off with this top 10. I'm going to start off with an honorable mention first. This is an honorable mention. I have, at number 11, pretty much, I really had to debate this. I have Justin Herbert at number 11. And there's two reasons why I don't have him in my top 10. One, because I had him last year for fantasy football, and he only gave me one game out of like 12 that he had over 30 plus points. And that was against the Cardinals. By the way, I play on Yahoo, which probably be different a little bit than ESPN's, but I play on Yahoo Sports. So if the points are different, what I mentioned, then that might be why. But I think Justin Herbert, he had some bad games last year. And also, if you draft Justin Herbert, you got to understand two things with that. One, your receivers are going to be hurt a lot. Keenan Allen cannot be healthy. Mike Williams can't be healthy. You got Quentin Johnson now drafted from the TCU, which that will help. But, again, he's a rookie. Rookies do make some good plays in there, but Quentin Johnson was mainly a deep threat. And the Chargers don't go deep a whole lot, because they have Austin Eckler. And this is the second thing. If you draft Justin Herbert, you have to have Austin Eckler, because Eckler gets a lot of touchdowns that Justin Herbert doesn't. So, and because of that, you're going to have Eckler and Herbert start at the same time if you want Herbert to play. And now let's get to the top 10. At number 10, I have Jared Goff. You might be surprised on why they have Jared Goff here. Because they throw the ball a lot. They threw the ball a lot last year. You had Amon-Ra St. Brown. He broke out to be very good. And this team can throw the ball well. Unless if it's in a cold environment, they can throw the ball well. And then they're side a dome. And they showed a couple times before that they're willing to throw the ball against the Seahawks. So when they're 48-45, then they played the Eagles to start the year, put up 35 on them. They are willing to throw the ball, and their offense is productive. And Jared Goff has shown out with the Lions, and he has big play potential each game. Now, Jameson Williams, but he's suspended, I'm pretty sure, for 6 games. Last year, I'm pretty sure he was hurt. This year, he's suspended for a little bit. When he comes back, he'll be very good by then. And since Jamal Williams has left, and now DeAndre Swift has gone, now you still have good running backs with Jahmyr Gibbs. But Jahmyr Gibbs is also a great pass catcher. So Jahmyr Gibbs can be used for that. It'll be very good for Jared Goff. They have good weapons and all that, which will only help him. At number 9, this might surprise some people too, Geno Smith. And it's a surprising name. No one thought about Geno Smith last year until he just broke out. My mom had him on her fantasy team, and he was phenomenal for her team. And now you just got a better team with it. You got Jackson Smith and Jigba. Before heading into this year for college football, people, including me, were talking about him being a possible top 5 pick, a receiver. Just in general. The general draft to be a top 5 pick, which shows how great his talent actually is. He put up 300 yards in the Rose Bowl. That was pretty much the last game he ever played at college. Hopefully he stays healthy, because he had some leg problems. It caused him this a lot of time. You have Tyler Lockett, who has like 2 games of greatness and then just disappears. DK Metcalf is also pretty good. I like he plays Noah Fant. He's good. And also you have a good run game that balances out with Kenneth Walker. Kenneth Walker is a great running back. I think that will be used to their advantage. Kenneth Walker can pass with short screen passes. I think Geno Smith is just a great quarterback in general when it came to fantasy football purposes, and they made the playoffs, so he was a great quarterback in general last year. He found his role on this Pete Carroll team, and it looks great. Number 8 on this list, I have Aaron Rodgers. He is a back-to-back time MVP. Only 3 years ago. 2 years. He won it 3 years ago, then 2 years ago. That's the purpose of back-to-back. And now you have Garrett Wilson on your team, who, with those type of quarterbacks last year of Zach Wilson and Mike White and that type of controversy, he still had over 1,000 yards receiving. I'm pretty sure 1,100 yards receiving, which is great. With these terrible quarterbacks, he was phenomenal. Without 1,000 yards as a rookie. And you also good other weapons while on your team. But he's going to be the main one. Also, if you're able to get Dalvin Cook, which just looks like a possibility, that's going to take some more freedom off. And you have Brees Hall and Michael Carter, so the run game's going to work. And Aaron Rodgers, he knows how to use his receivers. He knows how to use them. He saw what he did with Devontae Adams. Watch what he's going to do with Garrett Wilson. It's going to be phenomenal. So, yeah, I think Garrett Wilson's going to have a great year, and Aaron Rodgers is going to lead him to that. Then at number 7, I think there's kind of those guys, like the Aaron Rodgers, and like you have the Jared Goff, you have the Geno Smith, then there's a cutoff. Then here's the next group. Next group is Trevor Lawrence. I think that Trevor Lawrence is really, really good. I think with Christian Kirk, and you have Zay Jones, you have Evan Ingram, you have those guys, and now you're getting Calvin Ridley back. And Calvin Ridley, when you saw in the low practice clip, he looked absolutely phenomenal, and it was great. The footwork was great, cutting in was great. I think it's very, very good. This defense isn't half bad with the Jaguars, but their offense could either score a good amount. So I'm very excited for this year for the Jaguars, and I think Trevor Lawrence is going to very much excel with that. He was a pretty good quarterback last year in fantasy. Not great, not bad. I think he will make the next jump into that. And also you can use Travis Etienne. Also, that'll help him out too with that. And the pass catching and running the ball. But Trevor Lawrence is not much of a runner, so they're not going to test him with that. So Etienne's going to get those type of carries. But he can use him in the pass game too. Now, you're in the top 6. I got Lamar Jackson at number 6. You might ask, why Lamar Jackson? Because Lamar Jackson had some very good games. But it's a little injury concern. There's a lot of times that Tyler Huntley had a feeling for Lamar Jackson. No one denies Lamar Jackson's talent. We all saw him win MVP a couple years ago. But he's had some bad games, especially the ones against the Panthers and against like the Falcons. The ones like, this offense cannot score. And it's like, why? Well, he didn't have great talent. But also now you have Zay Flowers from Boston College. And now you got Odell Beckham Jr., which is going to make a difference. But Odell's kind of a little bit older. He's not his Giants version. At least I'd be shocked if he is. And Zay Flowers is a rookie. Hopefully he plays very good. Again, receivers as a rookie does not mean much. I'm just mentioning that he's a rookie in this situation. I think Lamar Jackson's going to be very good. Hopefully he stays healthy. But because of his injury concerns a little bit, and sometimes his low production happens at times, I have him at number 6. But when he's on, he's a top 4 quarterback in fantasy football. Possibly top 3. At number 5... I have Justin Fields. I had Justin Fields last year in fantasy, and he was absolutely phenomenal for me. Main reason why I haven't in my top 5 is because he can run the ball so well. At some points last year, he was a top 5 leading rusher in the whole NFL. He was in the top 5 for that, by far most rushing yards for a quarterback last year. And this team got better with the O-line. They got the guy out of Tennessee to come to their team, which is only going to help them out more. They got the tackle from Tennessee to come there, which is only going to help them out even more. And then they got DJ Moore, which is also very good. I think David Montgomery left. Because of this stuff, I think Justin Fields is going to have to run more. But now he's got pass catchers. And if you remember him at Ohio State, he was a great thrower. That was one of the reasons he was drafted. He beat Trevor Lawrence's Clemson team by a lot. Because he's so good and he can throw the ball very well. This guy is very talented. He's going to show out this year, even more from last year. I always want to draft him for my quarterback position. I got Justin Fields in my top 5 because of explosive running, and he's a good thrower. If anyone doubts that, just look at the receiving core last year for the Bears, and he did the most he could with that. Now, my top 4, there's by far a top 4. Now, you can flip these orders however you want, but number 1 has to stay number 1 no matter what. But at number 4, I have Joe Burrow. Why Joe Burrow at number 4 is because he has one thing that the other 3 have that he doesn't do, and that is run. He doesn't run the ball. He's a great thrower, perfect passer overall. He shows potential, just absolutely just nailing everything. But there is a tiny bit of an injury concern. Remember his rookie year, he did tear his ACL, and now he has a calf strain. So two injuries have shown up, one of them way more severe than the other. But injuries do show up, and you really don't want your quarterback to have any chance of risk of an injury. And I think Joe Burrow is going to get highly elite. He had a slow start last year to the face of football year, throwing 4 interceptions to the Steelers. That's not a good start. And then he has some games that he's not great, but not bad. When he's in big moments, he will highly exceed expectations. But when it comes to lower ranked games, he might not always play great. But I have Joe Burrow number 4 because his talent's so good. He's a great quarterback, and also just the talent around him so good. Number 3, I have Josh Allen. Josh Allen has single-handedly torched me in fantasy last year so badly. I played him 3 times last year. I had to play him 3 times, and he averaged 38 points on me. 38. In the games that he played against the Steelers, the Vikings, and I'm pretty sure the Dolphins, if you remember those games. Yes, I vividly remember this stuff happening. It was bad. But I have at number 3 because he can run. Incredible throw power and accuracy. He has very good accuracy too. People heavily under criticize. People heavily criticize. Heavily criticize his accuracy. He's pretty accurate quarterback. But 2 problems with him. One, again, their talent is very good around him. But one, he makes some bad decisions. He does make some bad decisions at times, especially like the game against the Vikings last year. It's like he played pretty good, but he also threw an interception and fumbled. He also makes some that type of plays against other teams, and it's like, okay, what are you doing? Also, the way he runs is very physical, and also he's on the Madden cover, so you know about the Madden curse. It just looks like he might be one low hit away with his big frame of just rolling an ankle or just like messing up his knee, and then he's out for 3 weeks. And that messes up your thing because you drafted Josh Allen high, and now you missed out another dude you could have got, like a running back that's very good or a receiver. And then you have an okay backup quarterback, but it's not great. You have to fill in Derek Carr for him, and now it's like, no, he's going to put up maybe 15 points. And that messes up everything. So with him, I love his talent. He has cooked me before, but his little inconsistencies of just being able to throw the ball, just turnover-wise, is the main concern. Number 2, I have Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts at number 2 because this team just knows how to run the ball. This team knows how to run it. And it's like, it's different than Josh Allen. Josh Allen just runs out of the pocket with nowhere to go sometimes. This team has the best offensive line. They know how to run with Jalen Hurts. They keep him protected, as any running quarterback can possibly be. And he throws very good. He has A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, who's a number 1 receiver on any other team pretty much outside of the Eagles. And you got Dallas Goedert. You got a very good team. Miles Sanders left. But this team's still very good running the ball. I love how this offensive line works. I think Nick Sirianni will be able to use him very well, like last year. And he was a top 2 quarterback last year, I say, in fantasy. So I really like Jalen Hurts. I think he's getting good running. When he doesn't throw the ball well, he still gets around 20 points because he can run the ball. He's physical. He proved that at Alabama. He's proving it here. Now his accuracy is getting better. So it's just great seeing this. And number 1, the difference between everyone else and the top quarterback, I'd say this is everyone else, and then this is just, he's right there. Patrick Mahomes. You can throw anyone on the field, and he's going to put up around 30 points. He doesn't get hurt. He's phenomenal at throwing the ball. He has Travis Kelce, who's probably the best tight end, by far the best tight end in the NFL. Without Tyreek Hill, he still put up MVP numbers. He just won the Super Bowl last year, and he won it before. He's won the MVP before. He's just so good. He's just so good. Everyone wants him at quarterback for your fantasy team. If you have the number 1 overall pick, either draft him or you draft Christian McCaffrey, depending on what type of league you're in. Like my league is draft quarterback early, then we start playing the field. If I got the number 1 overall pick, I'm drafting Mahomes, without a doubt. He never really fails you. If you play him, he's always the guy that's like, how do I match his production? You're praying that he has 25. A lot of quarterbacks are praying that they get 25, not have at minimum 25. So it's like, I think Mahomes is just by far the best quarterback in the NFL in general. He got that money for a reason. He's won 2 Super Bowls for a reason. He's won MVPs before for a reason. And I think that shows up here. No matter who you put in the backfield onto the side of him, the offensive line, defense, no matter what system he's in, he will excel, especially if Andy Reid situation stuff. He's the best quarterback in the country, the NFL. And he's definitely in that in fantasy. And also, this is the first year without Tom Brady. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird saying that. So, yeah. But yeah, that was my top 10. And if you put down in the comments what you feel about this, hope you all have a great day. Stay safe. Hit the like button if you like this video. Comment whatever you want about fantasy football, whatever you want. I'll come out with more of these type of position rankings if you want to see those. Let me know. I love the support y'all give me. I love the feedback too. If you disagree with me, tell me why. If you like my stuff, tell me why. I just enjoy seeing y'all reply to my things. Yeah, subscribe if you want. We come up with more content. I'll probably come up with more NFL content more recently. Football season is here, first day of August. This is when football starts up. So it's great. Excuse me. So it's great to see this stuff. And yeah, I've covered a lot of college football, so I'm going to start getting NFL back into this. So yeah, hope you all have a great day. Stay safe, y'all. And yeah, there should be some weather coming in soon. So yeah, stay safe, everyone. And yeah, school starting up soon too. So yeah, stay safe and God bless y'all.